Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm finally getting to upload my noodles video that I've been wanting to upload for so long. I actually made this video back in Ramadan, so I hope you all celebrating had an amazing Ramadan and a very blessed Eid. And this was something that was on my table almost every day for iftar, and it was a really big hit, and it's super easy to make. So today I'm going to share with you guys how to make it. I've had so many people request me to post this, so I'm finally getting around to it. And yay, so let's get started. So I had two chicken breasts that I cut into strips over here. I like to put them in strips. I think it's easier to cook. And I proceed to wash my meat with vinegar. I think it helps with like smell or anything like that to clean the meat. And then I'm going in with meat tenderizer. I do a heavy hand for meat tenderizer because I like for my chicken to be super tender and kind of like a melt in your mouth kind of chicken. And I also am going in with a ginger garlic paste that I got from my local Indian store. This is really good to prevent the chicken from getting that meaty smell. I put this in all my meat, whether it's chicken, beef, whatever I'm cooking. I always add a little bit of ginger garlic paste in order to prevent that meaty kind of smell, and it adds a really nice flavor. I'm going in with a little bit of black pepper. And this is a chow mein seasoning. Now, I got this again from my Indian store, and I don't know if it's accessible to a lot of people. And if you guys can't find this, it's okay. Chinese five spice works just as well. And that's really all this is. So Chinese five spice would just serve the purpose again. I don't really measure when I put things in my food just because I cook so often, and I apologize ahead of time. So, maybe like 2 to 3 tablespoons of the Chinese five spice or the seasoning that I'm putting in, I put in here. Again, I don't really measure. I probably should. Next time I will promise to at least give you guys a little bit of a measurement of what I'm putting, but I would say about 2 or 3 tablespoons of this and maybe a teaspoon of black pepper and meat tenderizer, maybe 2 tablespoons. So that is my little like measurement that I'm estimating for you guys. Here I added a little bit of lemon juice. So let's say 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. Lemon juice adds again a lot of good flavor and also acts as a good meat tenderizer. I'm going in now with soy sauce. This I also keep a little heavy hand on. I think it adds a really nice touch to the marination. So I would say about 2 heaping tablespoons of soy sauce would be sufficient. I'm next going to add cornstarch. Cornstarch acts like a glue almost and helps bind the chicken cooking it. And I think it adds a really nice like thick element to it when I go in for the sauce that you guys will see in a minute. So I would say about 2 tablespoons of cornstarch would be really good. And I just make sure to really well incorporate everything. I was having a little bit hard time recording with one hand and mixing with one hand, so I apologize for that. So now we're going to get into my secret sauce. I'm going in with sweet chili sauce, and I've added about a teaspoon of that same garlic ginger paste that I added into my chicken. I'm adding into here as well. Again, really good flavor, really good consistency into the sauce. So I added about a cup of that chili garlic sauce, and I'm going in with again about 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. I don't know why I showed that twice. Yeah, so that's going in. And next I'm going to be adding a little bit of lemon juice again into my sauce. It's also a great element. It adds nice tangy flavor into the sauce. Let's say that was about 2 teaspoons. Now I'm going to be adding a little bit of ginger sesame vinaigrette. This I got from my local store. It's a dressing. I don't know what I could tell you as a replacement if you guys don't find it. I don't think it's a crucial step, but I really think it adds a really nice flavor. So if you guys can find anything similar, I highly recommend you put it in the sauce. This is some good old cane sugar. Now, with everything I added into my sauce, it definitely makes it a little tangy, so this kind of neutralizes everything. This is up to you. I taste the sauce as I'm adding the sugar to see like what's enough tang for me. So this part is totally up to you guys that are making it. You could put a teaspoon, a tablespoon. I think I put about, for the perfect flavor, in my opinion, is about a good 1.5 tablespoons of sugar. And that's been really, really good for me. So again, I'm just going to make sure I thoroughly mix this up. Again, I apologize that I was mixing with one hand and recording with the other. And you should get a nice thick kind of sauce paste to it. So in a large wok, now I'm warming up oil. And this is the part where I'm going to cook my chicken. So in goes my chicken. Again, in my wok, I added ginger garlic paste. And you guys are going to see me using this a lot. I use it as a base for a lot of my Chinese dishes. Just incorporating that really, really well. And kind of like stir frying the chicken in. So this part's going to look odd, but it's not. I put a cup of hot water. And you guys are going to think this is weird, but it's not. It helps the chicken cook, as well as 2 tablespoons of cornstarch in with the water. This is going to create a sauce that you guys will see, and it's going to help the chicken cook in the sauce and steam really well. So you're going to get really, really tender chicken, and you're going to get like a nice thick paste. So I cooked the chicken covered for about 20 to 25 minutes on medium to low heat. And as you can see, as I'm mixing it, you're getting this like thick paste, and that's kind of the consistency you're looking for. So I let it cook again for like about 20 minutes. That should be good, sufficient. Covered, so the steam is going to help it really cook well. So after 20 minutes, you should get something like this. That's the kind of, goal you're going for. So for my noodles, I'm using thin spaghetti. Again, just, normal. I use sea salt to season my water. I think it adds a lot of flavor, and I'm just using good old spaghetti. So that sauce that I had made before and showed you guys is what I put into the chicken once the 20 minutes is over and the sauce is thick and the chicken is cooked. And we're going to mix this all together, and it's going to be the creamy kind of sauce, stir-fry sauce, you could say, to my noodles. And thoroughly mixing this together, and I'm going to get a nice, like, thick paste. It's going to look like it's, like, a sweet and sour chicken dish, but it's not. That's what my brother thought it was, but it's not. And once this is all mixed in well, I put it aside, and I get my pan ready for the all the veggies that I'm going to stir fry next. So, yep. Just wait for it to get nice and thick. And here I'm just putting it aside. I dished it out and I just put it to the side because I use the same wok to make my veggies. So now I'm going in with my veggies. I didn't have that many veggies on hand that day, and that's the beauty of this dish, is that you can use whatever you want. So I used carrots and cabbage and broccoli. It's up to you, whatever veggies you want to use. I do highly recommend using broccoli and carrots. They had a really nice flavor. And I'm just seasoning my veggies with soy sauce. I'm just sauteing it really well in the wok on high heat. You don't want the veggies to get soggy, but you just want them to cook enough where it still has a nice crisp when you bite into it. Now I'm adding my chicken sauce into my veggies, and I'm going to mix it all together. No cooking here, just mixing it all together to make sure the veggies incorporate with the chicken. By this point, I'm turning off my heat, so anything that's heating is the pan itself. So here I had my mom help me. So the noodles were cooked and drained, and now I added it all into that same wok with my veggies and my chicken, and my mom was so kind to help me mix because I couldn't mix and record at the same time. So this is the end result that you guys should be getting. Just be gentle when mixing. I know it looks like she's a little rough, but she's an expert at cooking, and I learned everything I know from her. So she's just making sure it all gets incorporated in there and nothing is left on the bottom of the pan. And by this point, again, you want the heat to be off. If you leave the heat on, your noodles will get soggy, and that is not what you want at all. and I'm topping off my noodles with green onions. This is again an option. You don't have to, but I think it adds beautiful color and I think it adds a beautiful element to the noodles. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm finally uploaded it. Thank you guys so much for watching and stay tuned for the next video. I can't wait to see you guys soon. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe and give this a thumbs up if you liked it. Bye.